Hi, welcome to All Things Home Care with Dana Arnone. We are out and about today, and we are at the Home Health Aid Institute here in Westbury, New York. I'm here with Michael Thomas. He is the culinary expert here, and you teach the students that come to the school. Michael, why don't we just talk a little bit about you? Because I know most schools, I guarantee you, I've been to many schools, and they don't usually have a chef that teaches how to prepare a nutritious meal, easy meal, and something that the home care workers can, understand and actually do in the home. So why don't we talk a little bit about you?
Sure. I'm a graduate of the Culinary Institute of America. At the school here, I teach the culinary nutrition course. We find it very important to make sure the students are well versed and articulate and have proper technique when cooking for the aids. So we emphasize on nutrition and health.
And easy, right?
Easy. Yes.
That even I could do. All right, so Michael, what we're going to do today is cook a little bit of a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner.
Yes, and today I've prepared a egg shashuka dish, which is served on a matzo cracker. And for lunch, we're going to have a Idaho beef stew. Idaho beef stew I chose because it has coffee in it and the health benefits of coffee. And for dinner, we'll have a seared salmon with maitake mushrooms and a cucumber date salad.
That sounds very complicated. I'm not gonna lie. So I have zero cooking experience.
Okay.
I am consider me like a home health aide that's here to learn. Simple, easy, tasty. I can tell you that none of this looks familiar to me, and this is gonna be definitely out of my wheelhouse.
So for the breakfast, the first thing we'll have a poached egg. The aides can use a poached egg is usually an egg that's submerged in a poaching liquid. Here we're using water. This will go on top of the shashuka, which is the tomato stew. Very simple. You can also deviate and use a boiled egg or a fried egg. We make the recipes, and I've made the dishes where they can be altered to the client preferences. Okay. So if the client likes a fried egg, you can put a fried egg on top of the tomato stew or the shashuka, if you will, or a boiled egg. So it's very simple in its approach because it can be easily modified. So the ingredients are for a shashuka, a tomato stew, is peppers, green peppers, tomatoes, onions, paprika, cumin, garlic, and a little bit of chicken stock, if you will. So for this, we will have the stew already made. You can also purchase the stew as well, already prepared.
That was gonna be my question, because I could not do that.
Yes.
I wouldn't do it, not even could. I wouldn't do it. Okay, so you can buy this at the store in a jar?
Yes.
And any store, is there a specific food store?
Any store, mostly stores that have a variety of different international products.
Okay.
Yep. So to start with, what I did was heat the water to boil, crack the egg, and we'll drop the egg into the water. Whoop, here we go. Discard this. And we just give the water a little turn. And this usually takes about 2 minutes in boiling water and to a simmer.
And I see you're not adding salt.
No salt. This is a very low sodium diet.
That's
when you do
important
purchase the shashuka or anything that's store-bought or in a jar, you should check for the sodium content.
Yeah.
As this is boiling, we will bring to a simmer, and we would just check the egg, and we can put this on the side and heat up our shashuka.
I mean, in a regular patient's home, they'd be doing this on a stovetop simultaneously?
Yes, this is a very simple setup for demonstration purposes. But yes, they would be able to do this, and they would also be able to keep it warm in containers ahead of time.
I think I could do this.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know. It's pushing it. I definitely can't do the rest of this stuff. I cannot.
So in the beginning, we do start off with a lot of theory and history, and then we go into practical techniques in food and culinary.
Do you find that I guess when they come to the school here, are they surprised that they're getting cooking lessons? Are they happy having cooking lessons? Are they excited? You really, in my mind, you're taking away that fear of cooking for someone because you're showing them how easy it can be.
Yes.
But do most schools, teach the cooking?
Not to my knowledge. I do know that here we try to add that extra layer of care when we send our aides out. So we thought this program would give us that that edge that we need to show how much we do care. Yes,
okay, so
right now we're heating up the tomato stew.
Okay.
The poached eggs are done. Now for the poached eggs, we do go over the fact that everything we serve for the client should be well done. There shouldn't be anything that has that's raw, undercooked, because some of our clients have immune compromisations So we don't want any type of bacteria there for the client. So everything is medium well to well done.
Okay. And you teach them obviously what that means.
Yes, and this is why we chose a stew and poached egg. So the poached eggs will be well done. So also we teach how to execute these dietary and modified diet restrictions. We also teach how to serve the dish as well.
Presentation.
Presentation, and presentation is very important. Sure, please.
This I can do. I can present well. I can present really well.
Beautiful. So here I chose a matzo cracker.
Okay. Or they could, if they don't like the matzah, or if it's too hard for them.
We can have
a croissant.
A croissant as well. So again, the recipe can change depending on the client's needs.
That's important.
I chose this because a lot of our patients who are elderly, it's very easy for them to eat a cracker.
I don't think people would think of taking tomato sauce, a poached egg, and a matzah and combine them as a meal.
Yes.
I think that's really smart.
Thank you. So what I would do is we will put the shashuka in the middle of the matzah. And the reason we do this is so that the patient can actually eat the matzah around the stew, and while they're eating the stew and the matzah, it's almost like they can make a biscuit.
Oh, what a pretty egg.
So.
I'm sorry, you lost me on the egg.
Now the serving size for this, we keep the serving size very small. This is about 4 ounces of shashuka with 1 egg and a matzo cracker.
So what would you think the calories is on that?
The calories I would say would be easily 300.
Oh, that's
Yes.
nice. And it looks like it would be very filling.
We'll put,
Oh my Lord. If I had my workers present this to my patients, it would be a home run.
and then just a little bit of olive oil.
Just for taste?
Just for taste
Just for
and
taste.
for cholesterol as well.
Oh,
Everything we
that's-
do here,
yeah,
all the
that makes
ingredients have health benefits.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
Okay, so
So
this
it's about
is
300 calories.
300 calories. This is the egg shashuka dish. Low sodium. We can always add pepper to taste if the client wants a little pepper. I always tell the aides to put all the pepper and the condiments on the side because you can always add it at the end. You can't take it away once you're done.
Listen, I'm going to taste it. I'm not one for poached eggs or anything, but this looks very good.
Yes, and the egg is cooked well done for the client.
Yeah, so the yolk is not running.
The yolk is not running. But if you're
Okay.
doing this at home for yourself, you can make the yolk running.
Okay, I'm going in.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Go ahead. It
I
is
like a salsa taste.
salsa, yes.
I like it. I'm a big fan of hard-boiled eggs, so I would actually like that. And I
Okay.
can see how a patient would like that too. And it's easy. It's super easy. It is super delicious. And I think that, like I said, if I can get my aides to cook like this,
Yes.
home run.
And it's very accessible. There's not too much utensils maintenance. The patient can actually take their time and eat at their will.
Yeah, but you know what it is? It looks pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I really like the matzah. Okay, so obviously this is a beautiful and
Thank you.
very, very simple. Like I said, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I'm not lying about that. That is truthful. Ask my husband. So we're gonna take a quick commercial.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back and we're gonna attempt to do lunch.
Yes,
Okay,
we are.
very, very good. We'll
Thank
be right
you.
back. Hi, welcome back to All Things Home Care with Dana Arnone. We are still out and about, and we're at the Home Health Aid Institute here in Westbury. I have the pleasure of speaking with Michael Thomas today, who is the culinary instructor here at the school for home care workers, home health aides, and PCAs.
Yes.
What we're talking about is easy, nutritious meals that anybody, and even I, can make that maybe would be very, give something the patient something to look forward to mealtime,
Absolutely.
right? So now we're on to lunch, and it seems to be getting slightly complicated for me, so this is going to be interesting. What are we cooking?
So today we have for lunch an Idaho beef stew. So right now I'm searing the beef with rosemary, which is a great antimicrobial. It disinfects the air and it really has a great aroma.
So let's just talk about the beef. So what is the size? What is it? How do we prepare it? Like, what do we do?
For this application, we're using short ribs, but usually for beef stew, we'll use the chuck or the most cheapest cut of beef you can find because it's such a long cooking process.
And that's about how many ounces?
This is about 8 ounces.
8 ounces. It looks big. I don't know. That's for one person?
No, that is for 2.
Oh, thank
2
God.
servings,
Okay.
yes.
That's good.
So we start off by searing the beef first.
Searing means frying?
Frying, or not necessarily frying, but just making sure that we have high heat and we sear the meat so it's nice and colored.
Did
It has
you
a
put any-
caramelization.
Is there oil in that, or is that the?
Yes, we have a little bit of oil, a little bit of regular blended oil.
Okay.
We try not to use olive oil when we're searing because of the smoking.
Okay.
We don't want to create a smoking effect because it can be very harmful to your health.
Okay, so we're going to break it down very simple so
Yes.
that I can follow this as well. So that's 3 pieces.
3 pieces,
That's
yes.
it. Okay, so 8 ounces cut into 3 pieces.
We get it going into the pan for a nice color. We can also create shredded beef as well.
That's a good point, because I was going to say, because I know that swallowing and chewing are some issues at times.
Yes.
And beef could be sometimes hard, so.
Yes, and here at the school, we teach about mechanical diets as well. So this would be a mechanical diet, which encompasses puree, soft, and chew, which is hard.
While that's cooking, what else is it? What other ingredients do we have?
So other ingredients we have for the beef stew is maitake mushrooms. And the maitake mushrooms are great because they have cancer fighting properties and they're great antioxidants.
If you can't find that mushroom, like what's another mushroom? Like what?
Shiitake mushrooms. I would
Shiitake,
recommend shiitake or cremini mushrooms.
And that's also, any store has that, and you can go anywhere.
Yes.
first
We
thing.
also have a melody of vegetables here. We have asparagus, celery, and carrots, which we have purple carrots, parsnip, and regular carrots.
And what would you say that's like a half a carrot, or like?
That's about a half a carrot.
Okay.
The serving sizes, we try to keep them within 8 ounces the most
Okay.
in total, but that's about a half a carrot. The asparagus is great for fiber as well. And also the carrots are great for vitamin K.
You
and
know,
for
it's
eyesight.
interesting because you're slicing it. It's not cubed. I always think of stew as cubed.
Yes.
But this is just a different way of doing it.
This is a different way of doing
Okay,
it.
it looks
yes.
nice. It looks very colorful.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
appetizing. While this is preparing and we're cooking, what made you want to come and help your mom with teaching the culinary skills that you have and teaching the home care workers?
So here I try to teach the aides on making better choices for patients who are recovering from chemotherapy or have high blood pressure,
Cholesterol.
cholesterol. Most of the times it's about inflammation, and most of the inflammation we receive in our bodies is through what we eat. So I think this is what we emphasize on,
Yeah,
is
no,
the,
it's great.
the healing process.
No, I think it's, and you know, most of the patients will tell you they look forward to their meals. Like they can't really
Yes.
control too much in their lives, so if they can control what they eat, is very important. If they can eat something that's very pretty and nutritious and healthy and
Yes.
easy to make, I want to emphasize it's easy.
Very simple
I'm
to make.
following everything that you're doing.
We have a variation of the beef stew where we use coffee. And the reason why I use coffee is because coffee is also beneficial to lowering the blood pressure as well and helping with inflammation. So we're going to pour the coffee and beef stock.
Okay, so I have a question. That's coffee from the coffee pot that you just put in there, or like
So this is basically instant or brewed coffee, but black coffee.
black coffee?
The ratio is 25% coffee and 75% beef stock reduced.
Okay.
And we add a little bit of butter to it as well.
Okay, so butter, this will all be on the website, so if you want to follow your recipes, we'll have it nicely printed out. But so it's butter, coffee, and beef stock.
Yes.
Okay,
So
it
all
looks
we-
yummy. Okay.
So we're infusing the rosemary within the sauce as well. So here we're just going to lower the heat a little bit, add another scoop of butter. Now it's very important to know that when we add butter, it's also, there's some health benefits to butter. We try to also emphasize on good fats. Butter can be actually good for you, and it can be in the form of ghee or clarified butter, but whole butter also carries a lot of nutritional value as well as olive oil. The misconception that all fats are bad, there are good fats, and we try to make sure we use the good fats because the body uses good fats to repair itself as well.
It's good to know. So that's just regular butter,
Yes.
And
this-
how much
this
was
is
that, a
unsalted.
teaspoon?
A teaspoon,
Teaspoon.
unsalted butter.
unsalted butter. Okay.
Yes. And we will have the mashed potatoes already prepared for you. The mashed potatoes for most of the aids, we try to keep it very simple. So we use instant mashed potatoes. As long as it's low sodium and you're using whole milk, or you can use water, as long as you use those ingredients, you can use instant mashed potatoes to save time.
Yay.
I know time is valuable for aides. They have many things they must get done.
Yeah.
So we try to keep the recipes as simple as possible.
But this is something they can do with the patient too, because I know a lot of times the patients would like to prepare and they can have them cut some of it up, and it could be something that they nicely can do together as a little bit of an activity.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and you bring up a great point, because not only that we're cooking to heal the body or to help with the therapy.
It's social.
It's social because a lot of our patients also suffer from depression. And I've found out that sharing an experience with someone helps to lighten up their day. And if the aide and the patient can come together and it's accessible for them to participate in the cooking process,
Yeah, I think it's.
even better. If I may.
Oh, we're already up to the serving part?
Yes.
Wow, that was fair.
So we'll do a scoop of mashed potatoes, and the mashed potatoes are not more than 4 ounces.
That was my question. So a spoonful.
Yes,
A dollop.
spoonful.
Isn't that what they say? A dollop.
Yes, a dollop. And then we'll have the beef.
This is a fancy lunch, Michael.
We eat with our eyes. And if the food is attractive, we tend to really enjoy what we're eating.
You know, like I'm actually thinking that I could, I'm not gonna make it, but I could.
Yes, so simple.
I'm gonna teach my husband. He can do this.
And we can do this with short ribs. I use short ribs, so you don't necessarily have to use a very long cooking process with the beef. And so I also teach the aides that we also focus on size and dimension of the food, because they can also be a choking hazard as well, or some of the patients have dentures. So we also have to make sure that if we're using parsley or something, that it's easily chewable or swallowed. So we wouldn't serve the patient a whole parsley like this. I would tell them, okay, you can break it down and maybe serve it like this. We'll have the maitake mushrooms. Now the maitake mushrooms, you can serve them raw or you can serve them cooked. We tend to serve them like this.
What is cooked? What is that?
Cooked,
Boiled?
basically seared or boiled.
Or you just stick it in that pot there?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna serve it like this. And
I think my patients would fall over if they had this served to them for lunch.
and a little olive oil.
Yeah, more olive oil.
And some of our patients are retired. Some of them are living their best life.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that when we send our aides out, they're also participating in the process of making sure that our clients are well fed with a beautiful meal.
So I'm gonna taste that.
Okay?
Okay,
Me
so
too.
I'm just gonna have a taste because I can't, put it out there and not have a little nibble. And my favorite thing in the whole wide world is mashed potatoes.
Oh,
Instant too, so. It's good.
it's good?
Yeah, it's very
Thank
good.
you.
The sauce is very good.
Yes, the coffee lends a nice little...
You don't even taste the coffee though.
You don't? Yeah, we don't want
Am
to
I
make the
supposed to?
coffee. No,
Oh,
you're
I
not
was
supposed.
gonna
It's
say,
supposed to be
okay.
just in the background, just there for health benefits. Thank you.
Okay, so when we come back from commercial, we've made breakfast, we made lunch, now we're gonna go into dinner.
Dinner, yes.
Okay, so we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to All Things Home Care. We are here at the Home Health Aid Institute in Westbury, and we are cooking very nutritious, very easy meals. So
Yes.
far I'm here with Chef Michael Thomas,
you.
and we did breakfast.
Yes.
I could do that. We did lunch.
Yes, we did.
I'll try that. And then we're gonna cook dinner. So tell me, what does dinner consist of?
For dinner, we're going to have a seared salmon with a cucumber sour cream date salad with radishes and lemon. Now, the reason why we picked this dish is because it's very light on the digestive system, and it also carries all the nutrition values that the patient would need.
So we're gonna have salmon. So I see the salmon's a little bit smaller.
Yes.
So I guess the dinner time meal is a little bit less.
Yes,
not
it's
filling.
it's less portions, so that way the body has time to digest. So we have a nice rest at night. It's not good to have your immune system, your digestive system working while you're resting, because when you sleep, your body's basically repairing itself. And for our patients, we want them to have the most benefits of repairment while they're sleeping.
When I hear seared, I get scared. So
Yeah.
searing is what, just frying? I
Searing
think it's frying.
It's
just
very
frying
similar
everything.
to how we did the beef
Okay.
stew, but it's just a gentle sear, almost like frying, but very gently, because the fish is very delicate. We cook our fish well done, and that's why we're going to add a little bit of broth to help moisturize the fish.
I see a lemon in there.
Yes, so this is a very nice vegetable lemon broth, and it's just to add a little moisture so the fish isn't dry.
So,
Yeah.
and what size fish is that, would you say?
This size is about a 4 ounce.
All right, and that's for one person. That's a serving for one.
That's for serving for one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we're searing it.
We're
I can
searing.
do that.
As that's searing,
That's easy so far.
I prepared cucumbers. Now we all know that cucumbers and the nutritional value of cucumbers is very good for you. It's been known to help create hydration. Our patients suffer from dehydration, so the cucumber helps with that. Dates also have a lot of potassium in it, so I added that to this salad. And we also have sour cream here as well.
And that's a cup? No.
No, this is
Half a
about
cup?
a half a cup. Yes. So we had half a cup.
And that's just regular sour cream?
This is just regular
Could
sour
you use
cream.
low-fat sour cream in that too?
Yes, you can.
Does it taste the same?
For this application, it will taste the same because sour cream is just kind of just holding everything together.
Like the dressing, like
The
that.
dressing, yes. And we add a little bit of lemon. And again, no salt because this is all very low sodium.
Yeah, I was going to say, so none of the meals that we created today have salt in them.
No,
They have
they
just the natural spices that you're adding.
Yes.
Okay, see, this is super easy. Cutting up a cucumber, throwing in some dates, a little bit of yogurt, you got a salad.
Yes.
Love it. I can
Very
do that.
easy, very simple. And that's how we want to keep it. We want to keep
Yeah,
it
simple.
simple,
Yeah.
because our aides also have other things they do. They have so many projects they're doing in the client's house. We want to keep it approachable, simple, delicious, and attractive as well.
I mean, you're talking about 4 ingredients.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
ingredients.
that's it.
It's amazing.
I could do it. I could do it.
So
I think
as
you made
the
me a
sauce,
chef today.
Oh, well then I did a
You
good job.
succeeded.
Thank you. The fish is done. It's well done.
But how do you know that's done? Like for someone like me, how do I know that that's done?
When you are checking fish for doneness,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be very firm to the touch, almost like a well done steak.
Wait, can I touch that?
Yeah, please.
So,
go
so
ahead.
if I'm this tough, this is tough.
The sides.
Oh, the sides. Okay.
Yes.
First, you wash your hands.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't wash my hands. Okay, so that's firm. Okay.
It's firm. So once we have a firm, if it's not soft or flaky, it's well done. First we
So you
will-
want it firm on the sides.
we want it firm on the sides, and even when the white albumin is coming out of the fish, that means it's also well done.
Okay.
So when we're about to plate, now this is going to be a very classical style. I also teach plating styles to our aides. We have freehand, and freehand would be the style that we used on the Idaho beef stew, which is we're just laying the components on the plate. However, we feel comes off of our at the top of our head. Then we have a classical style, which is where we have compartments. So sometimes you'll see this in a nursing home, where we'll put every ingredient, the vegetables, the starch, and the proteins all separate. And again, that's preference, and that's according to the dietary restrictions. And then we also have landscape, which is we also place the food on the plate as though we're placing it in the form of a landscape, which is landscape is exactly how it sounds, like your garden. So it's a combination of classical and freestyle. So here we'll do landscape. We'll put the fish on top. So almost like if the fish was sitting on top a bed of cucumbers at the side of the ocean.
I like that.
The skin also has a lot of nutrition value, but it holds a lot of moisture. So we're also going to teach the aide to peel the skin off and help the patient eat the salmon as well.
Well, that looks very, I mean, it was very pretty.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Oh, we're not done.
We're not
Oh,
done yet.
I'm sorry.
So radishes,
Radishes.
which is very good for potassium as well.
And you don't cook them, those are raw.
These are raw.
You're gonna do a fancy flour.
We're going to do a fancy flour.
Oh,
Well,
I was just
we have
guessing.
flowers, yeah. Very simple, but we're keeping it very elegant, and we're trying to make it an experience for our patients.
And those flowers are real flour, like where, those,
These are edible flowers.
that is too pretty to eat now.
We're going to just finish it with a touch of lemon.
Super yummy.
Super yummy. And here we go.
First of all, it's beautiful, I have
Thank
to say.
you.
And I
Thank
would
you.
never have thought of adding flowers. It's a little bit of a delicate thing. It just makes the presentation so much better. I just want to have a little taste.
Please do.
Okay, yes.
If flowers on the plate can add a smile to the day, then why not?
So easy, so simple. And when you really think about it, you're talking about 4 ingredients.
Yep.
For most of the meals. And
Simple.
each meal would take about 10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes, yeah.
That's wonderful. So I thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
That's all the time we have for this week on All Things Home Care. We're going to be finishing our meals here at the Home Health Aid Institute. I thank you all so much, and just always remember, there's no one more essential than those who come to care for you in your home. We'll see you next week.
All Things Home Care elevates and supports home health caregivers by providing transportation and promoting education to better care for homebound seniors and the disabled. To find out more or to make a donation, visit us at allthingshomecare.org.